I really don't know how I'm gonna go about making this video without expressing how I truly feel about this certain topic. And I'm gonna be completely honest. This video in particular, I don't give a fuck about. You know, I really don't give a damn about any of this interest in serial killing or occultic practices. This is not what I wanted my channel to be about. This is not something that I look upon daily. I looked at it as far as a cultural lineage aspect of what this particular person was saying in this video. Now, this video is pretty much basically me saying Charles Manson on black people. Now, anybody who knows me personally or probably has a hint of what I'm about, I'm really into black culture. And if you didn't know, I'm black. I've been getting a lot of comments in this video, and this video is actually moving at a progressive rate to where I'm at work, I'm out to eat. The comments are just it's just so many comments in here. And there's one that kind of stands out that I don't want to give this person any type of attention. This might be the last serial killer, anything that I do as far as this type of realm, unless you really want to see these type of videos out of me, then I will definitely start investing and getting into this type of world. But I have no interest. Is demon energy, is low frequency, and I don't want that shit around me. So I just got certain comments in here. I just want to address it very, very quickly. And I don't want to have to deal with this no more. This is the type of things that keep me away from doing. I was going to do a Jeffrey Dahmer video, but I caught myself and was like, yo, you know what? I'm probably not going to do a video based off of how certain people are so passionate about serial killers or occultic practices that I'm not going to entertain. So I'm going to just read this one comment by Snide2. And this dude, you can tell I'm getting real white supremacist vibes. I'm saying that in a it is what it is. I put it that way. It is what it is. But that's just the vibes I'm getting this particular comment. And I can tell whatever I said in this video, which I don't remember, it definitely hit a soft spot in this dude to write a whole Harry Potter page on this comment section. So I'm just going to get into it. I'm going about my life. This video was 8 months ago, right? And I'm just getting into the comments. So this video was 8 months ago, 3.2 million views. 3.2 thousand views. I wish it was in the millions. But I'm going to just tell you what this dude said. Living in the past and wanting some kind of reparations is not healthy. Playing the victim is never a healthy position to take. Taking the position that you are owed something for something that happened generations ago is also not a healthy position to take. Dragging the past along with you is a surefire way to stay stuck there. Let me tell you something. That sounds like something that somebody would say to me when you don't deal with the certain things that black people deal with on a day-to-day basis. I'm not the one to complain because still lynching is going on in the South if you didn't know. And it's been 400 years later. Police are still killing people. Black people. So a lot of things that you thought were left alone in the past is still being into fruition today. So therefore, this statement is basically saying, get over yourself. It was in the past. Nothing like this happens no more. Just leave it alone. And you're right. Nothing like this does happen as far as thinking I'm being owed something. This is what I am going to say, is that you will never know what it's like to be in my skin. You would never know what it's like to be pulled over due to what you see on TV and due to what you hear happening to people that look just like you, if you're going to make it home or not. I don't know if you know what it's like to be in melanated skin, but let me tell you this, it's not an easy job. We are probably genetically one of the best people on the planet, but we got it the worst, if you really want to go there. And if you want to go scientific about genetics, that's not the thing you want to do with me. This is basically saying you're disregarding, right? And this is my opinion. You're disregarding on my position as a black man, feeling like I'm owed something when I'm not the only race of people that white people took from. You still got Native Americans, you still got Hispanics out here. So when I say it, right, it's a problem. If Native Americans say it, it's just like, oh yeah, you're right. Now, if you understand the concept of, let's just say white people have all the power, and let's just say, are you really responsible? Like, let's be honest. Are you responsible? Is white people responsible in power? All the politicians, all the school principals, all the police are predominantly white. Do you think that they have your best interest, my best interest at hand? Look at the statistics from 2015 until today. No, they do not. Let's go on into the next paragraph. And this is the part that really kicks it up. What you black people need to understand is that we are all slaves to a debt-based hierarchy system of enslavement. That I can agree with. But what do you mean by you black people? What you mean by that, Snide? What do you mean by you black people? You didn't even say that gracefully. You said what you black people need to understand, like you're trying to put me in my place because of the color of my skin. What do you think? Like, who do you think you are? And this is like you're proving my point as far as why I feel this type of way, because you're not even giving a response in a delicate way. You're telling me like, sit in your place, boy. That's the vibes I'm getting from this. So he goes on to say, just because you see rich neighbors full of white people doesn't mean that it's the norm. Every white person I know is oppressed and barely even gets by. What white people are you around? Because the white people I grew up around, their parents are pretty much married. I just got a nice little house in a nice town. I lived in Williamstown with my grandmother in her house. All my friends I went to school with, parents were still together. They're white kids, still together. So I don't know what neighborhood you're talking about. Like, honestly, every white person I know struggles to survive in this oppressive system. Let me tell you about the system, bro. Since the 1940s, the system has been working in your favor. You can't even, that's facts. American system has always worked in your favor, to where when a foreigner looks at certain movies and certain billboards and certain advertisements of America, it's always shown that the whites are the prettiest people. That's facts. When foreigners think of America, when they come over here and look at black people, they automatically think we're rappers or gangsters or drug dealers or shooters. I know somebody from Indonesia. When she first came over here, she thought I was trying to kill her because of what she's seen on the news and on TV. So the perception of other people from other countries automatically have a viewpoint of us not even true. So what white people struggle with? Politics that their people put in place. These are white people putting laws in place. They're your people. It would be different if it was nothing but black people in there putting shit in place over your life. The system works in your favor and you're complaining. That's crazy to me. The only reason why they're putting whites against blacks is because it benefits them. The dynamic of social status have changed. You got white women with black men now. Interracial couples, the dynamic is changing. So they got to put people against each other. That's why you can't say nothing about LGBT, because they're ready to cancel you in protest. They put that in place. But when you go back to the 40s and even before that, you had an avenue to express yourself and be the leader as far as what an American looks like, globe's eyes, as far as this is the standard of what we look like and this is what it looks like to be an American. Blonde hair, blue-eyed, white, good job. American clean cut. So disregard this second paragraph. Throw this in the garbage. Let's go on to the next paragraph. Making things about race keeps us divided and keeps the elites in the driver's seat. Tell that to your ancestors. Don't tell that to me. Tell that to your ancestors. Tell that to your ancestors. Don't tell that to me. You're telling that to the wrong person. You're telling that to the wrong person. The last thing the elites want to see is black and whites working together to free ourselves from tyranny. Yes. Should have thought about that back in the 1800s. Should have thought about that. But what you didn't know is the laws and the judicial system and everything was put into place to keep us not even seen as humans. They seen us as cattle. White people seen black people as cattle. They didn't even look at us as human beings. We've been sold, auctioned off somewhere. Don't even know where my lineage, well, I do personally, but a lot of black people don't even know where their lineage is because it's been scattered all over the place. Black people doing this ancestry, trying to find their lineage, people finding out they're Jamaican, Caribbean, Ethiopia, in different places, just trying to find their self again because it's been stripped away. I don't mind working with white people to make the world a better place. But what I'm going to say is, damn, you should have thought about this back in the 1800s before you was hanging black people. I'm not saying you specifically, before you was hanging black people, before you was sending dogs to hunt black people down back in like the 60s. Spraying black people down with hose, cops beating LA riots. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's not even my fault. Honestly, everything that's going on right now is not even the black people's war. This is not even the black people's problem. You can say it's an American problem, and you can say I'm here in America. None of us have anything to do with this. We had nothing to do with slavery. We had nothing to do with crack in the 80s. We had nothing to do with none of this BS that the system has put on us. And I'm telling you that. I want you to know this, snide. Try not to see people by race or color and judge them by the substance of their personality. We are merely consciousness in a human form having experience. Nobody is better than the other. That's probably the best thing you put in this whole entire shindig, bro. That's probably the best thing you put in here. And he puts the peace sign. So you attack me aggressively, right, in the beginning. You made people bleach their skin, make people self-hate each other, put drugs and guns in the community, knowing that we're in a state of consciousness to where we don't even see each other and love each other the same as we did back in ancient times. Yeah, if you want to talk about consciousness, I'm that dude, bruh. Don't say what you black people need to understand and then say nobody's better than it. That's contradicting, bruh. I'm not jacking that. You want to talk about consciousness? I'm like that when it comes to consciousness and when it comes to spirituality and when it comes to elevating the mind. I'm untouchable. When you dig them pharaohs out the tomb, that's my ancestors. When you rob and pillage certain artifacts from Africa, that's my stuff. When I feel like something's owed to me, God damn it, yes, it's owed to me. Just because it's in the past doesn't mean it's not my DNA and lineage. Think about that. And then you want to try to spread the message of peace when you try to slaughter me and try to disregard me and say what you black people need to understand. Who the are you? This is weak. This is a weak comment. Out of all the comments in here, this is weak as and I actually seen this for a month and I just ignored it. But now I'm making a video about it. And this goes to show I'm not making no more videos of any of this serial killer bullshit. It's just motivational speaking and vlogs. It hits a certain race of people's soft spot when I talk about something that needs to be said. And then when I say it, I'm crazy. When Tupac Shakur said it, he's crazy. When Muhammad Ali said it, he's crazy. When Bob Marley says it, he's crazy. So really do some self-evaluation and really look at your history of people. I look into what I am. This is what I am. This ain't for to be cute. This is what I am. Knowing where I come from, whether it's from Trinidad, Jamaica, Africa, the Caribbeans, the Moors who civilized Europe. Go look into it, snide. And then you want to sit up here and talk about what you people need to understand. What you people need to understand? If you really did your history, you wouldn't even have made this statement. If you really know your lineage and what you stand by, you would have never made this statement. So this goes to show I'm not making nothing about anything regarding anything as far as like race and history and lineage. I'm not going down this path as far as like how to elevate myself and create content. I'm not touching this topic no more. So this is the last time I'm making this video or talking about this topic, bro. This is Dondre Dodson, man. and I'm signing out. And for everybody who has positive things to say, and anybody who has words of encouragement for me or anybody else in the comment section of this Charles Manson on Black people video, like I said, I just appreciate y'all. This definitely is exerting a lot of energy out of me, and I never want to make this type of video again. So I appreciate everybody that supports me. I appreciate everybody that subscribed to me, that rocks with the channel. Like I said, this is Dondre Dodson, and I'm signing out.